Welcome to Launchpad, where ideas lift off, but only if they're good. From self-driving cars to protein bars, 16 aspiring entrepreneurs are looking to win a spot at the final pitch day. That's where they'll have the opportunity to present their ideas in front of a live audience to attract investments and maybe even win a cash prize. But before all that, they must face our three experienced industry experts. Will these budding entrepreneurs impress with their pitch, or will they crumble under pressure? Stepping out onto a launchpad is Team Tess. Composting might not be the top priority on the minds of many, especially teenagers, but this team of high schoolers hope to tackle precisely this problem with their new composting bin.
I am still a student. I am kind of in between the stages of high school and university. I may be deciding on taking a gap year. So I just have a lot of freedom right now. I have a lot of time, a lot of energy. And I'm just looking to do something right now. So from when I was young, I grew up in Singapore, which is a really multicultural country.
No way.
Yeah, so I immigrated to Canada around 6-7 years ago. So throughout the entire process, I had to kind of throw away who I was in Singapore and kind of like readapt and reinvent myself again for Canada. You know, learn a new language and adapt to the local customs and cultures, and just kind of, you know, suit and kind of integrate into the society, right? And that I think is, you know, that I think is an important part of who I am today, in like that I had to adapt to a new country in the middle of my formative years of education and growing up. Now, I don't know why, but something about the freedom of business really appealed to me, because business is totally dependent on our character and how you decide to carry yourselves, right? So you could be anyone you wanted to be, and you know, this route is just so broad that you can just embody any character that you want to be. And for me, that appealed to me because I didn't want to, you know, just fit into a defined norm, right? A defined character. I want to have that freedom. I want to have my doors open. So that's when I discovered entrepreneurship, really. I found that it appealed to me that I would be able to start my own business and to control every single aspect of it, right? But I didn't know how to. So I had to kind of teach myself how to be an entrepreneur. And naturally, I taught myself on how to be an entrepreneur by starting an entrepreneurship club within my school. So with that, it started off as a small club, but it constantly grew into something that's bigger. So right now we have raised over $10,000 just for our students. So that's the money that went to our students' ideas to build their own business ideas. We also attend pitching competitions to kind of experience what pitching is like, and I guess that's what a lot of our members come here for. And we also, you know, speak to mentors and we connect with mentors. And we are basically just a group of students who really want to get something outside of their curriculum.
So when I first met Lawrence, he was like really loud, and that's, I guess, part of the reason why so many people joined entrepreneurship that year, because amongst like all the other executives of the club, Lawrence was the one who just really like, I guess, networked a lot. Like he talked to a lot of new people. So then, especially being in grade 9, like I didn't have many friends in high school, right? So then that's when he really like approached me and my friends, because we're all like pretty introverted, right? And then he was like, hey, you guys should join Entrepreneurs, it's great. Because no one else from any other categories really tried to network with us. So that's why we joined entrepreneurship. And Lawrence is really a sociable person too. So like he's easy to talk to and hang out with, and like that's why we're working on TESS together.
So TESS, it is essentially a composting bin that speeds up the process of composting by having the bin itself infused with plant enzymes that will speed up the entire process, right? But we believe that TESS has a far greater movement behind it, in that we need to care more about our environment. It is something that is limited, and it is something that we should really cherish right now. And we believe that TESS is very much a manufacturing company as a designing company and educational company. We want to make people realize the impact of composting and why they should compost. So not just to buy our bins, but to really understand the immense impact that they have in composting and in choosing TESS instead of just sending their waste into a landfill, right? And we need to educate them on the immensity of this problem. And also, for the design portion of our company, we believe that every single product must have an element of design, right? People have to desire to use our product. You can't just have a trash can. While it is a necessity, we want people to get excited about trash, and that is a hard challenge, right? Because people, like myself, we generally do not want to look at our garbage and think about what to do with it. It's something that is out of our sight and out of our minds, and we want to bring that into our current realm of discussion. So we created a bin that is eye-catching, that is good looking, so that people will actually want to maybe even display it and put it out for people to see, because it symbolizes something. It symbolizes that they believe in the message that TESS embodies, right? And that they believe in the effect of change that we can have on the environment, which is a positive change, and that in that they believe in the idea that, hey, we should not just ignore this problem and kind of just like push it away. We should kind of embrace it and make it part of who we are, because we are part of nature. So it is only fair if we have nature to be part of us and of our everyday lives. And that's why I believe that TESS is an equal bit of a manufacturing company, a designing company, and educational company all at once.
Can this team of very young, environmentally conscious entrepreneurs push past their age and experience and get their product to market? Let's see what our panel of experts think.
That's really impressive that you're still in high school and able to think about green and able to come up with a business plan. And the fact that you actually filed a patent and are able to work with the UFT, that's amazing. So I think one of the recommendation I think will be to really I guess you'll be going to one of the universities or colleges, getting into the incubator program and accelerator program. And I'm not sure where are you in terms of your product, but I think once you finish your product, I think that you should actually leverage those to really get your product to market. And certainly we will be very happy to help you along in that path as well.
Great, thank you.
And I'm reassured also that you're connecting into your local community connections.
Right.
I feel that from a commercialization point of view, start small, start close, and then build upon that. So doing a pilot with that municipality could really
I live in
be.
Markham, yeah.
So in Markham,
Markham, yeah.
and it's a wonderful community actually to look at these new approaches to tackle a problem that we all recognize. So as opposed to a much larger municipality which has a more challenging mechanism to initiate pilots.
Yeah. And the other thing I would like to suggest is that think about the Composting Council of Canada. So I mean that is their focus, right, from an industry standpoint, an association standpoint. That's a great, I think, possible connection for you. So they run events, they have annual conferences. Think about the technologies and some of the products that are coming through the companies kind of in the composting space. So that's a great resource that you can also tap into and think about learning more about what they do and what they're looking for in terms of new technology companies.
Of course.
Envision, build, and educate. This is the vision behind TESS. This team of teens are pushing boundaries and breaking molds, in the process making the environment a better place to be. Coming up, we meet another exciting new venture.